Good afternoon to you all. Welcome to another match day watch along with me, Craig, on the same old Arsenal YouTube channel. Hope you're all well this afternoon. Hello to you all that are there already. How's things going? Hope you're all well. If you're watching on Twitch, good afternoon. If you could hit that follow button for us, that would be great. Live podcast and watch alongs, also streamed on Twitch. Not too sure what to make of the starting lineup. Not a starting lineup I would have gone with. There's a couple of players I would have played, but oh my dearie me. Ceballos gets a game, El Neni gets a game, Willian gets a game. Not too sure about that myself, but look, I'm not the manager, am I? Good afternoon, Liam. How are you? And good afternoon to John. Thanks for coming along and joining me. I think I'm approximately 30 to 40 seconds behind you. So if you can refrain yourselves from putting in the chat if we concede or we score, I'd appreciate it. Just so I can get a better reaction. 87 Skin, hello, how are you? Nigel, good afternoon, mate. How are you? Divan, how are you? Thank you very much for joining us. Welcome along to this Sunday afternoon watch along. Newcastle United versus Arsenal. The league is pretty much done and dusted. The rotation here, I hope, is to keep the players fit for Thursday. Obviously, because Villarreal is a much more important game than this one. Although I hate to say it, because I like to think that all games of football are important, but this one really isn't. It's probably more important for Newcastle than it is for us. The starting lineup for me is awful. A midfield pivot of Ceballos and El Neni. Deary me. I'm not too sure how that's going to go. But look, we'll have to wait. Good news is that Aubameyang is back. Willian on the right wing. Martinelli on the left wing gets a start. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see that. 4-2-3-1, the formation he's going with. So yeah, there's something to watch at least, isn't there? Martinelli getting a start, Aubameyang back from injury. So there's some good things to take from it. But another reason for doing these is so we can all get together and we can have a chat while we're watching the football. I mean, I'm the only one in the house that watches football. I sit. The kids are not interested in it. My wife's not interested in it. So I said, why not? Come on YouTube and watch the game with you lot, and we can have a chat while we're watching it. Why not? Did anyone watch the boxing last night? Did anyone watch the boxing? I thought it was quite very poor. Very poor. The girls' fight was amazing. The ladies' fight, that was an amazing fight. Best fight of the night, for sure. Good afternoon, Paul Nell. How are you? Watching on Twitch? Thanks very much. If you could hit the follow button on Twitch if you haven't already, that would be great. Thanks for joining me. I'm just about to kick off here. I think I'm probably a minute behind you. Because I'm watching it on a stream, and unfortunately the streams are very much behind. Same old Arsenal YouTube channel isn't demonetized. No super chats, no memberships. But if you do feel you'd like to make a donation to the podcast towards my fundraiser for some new technology for the channel, then you'll find the link below. Thank you very much indeed. Weather beautiful here today in Ireland. Sun is shining. I'm going straight back out into the garden when this is finished. Where are we watching from in the world? Let me know. Anyone there in America getting up at the crack of dawn to watch this? Good afternoon, Hambo. How are you? In Hackney. Yeah. So what do we think of the starting lineup? It's obviously because he wants to rest players for sure. Surely. Hello, Andreas from Sweden. How are you? Paul Neal, Philadelphia. Now Nenny on the ball, goes sideways. Surprise, surprise. John is watching from Thailand. Wow. That's unreal. Hope the weather's nice in Thailand. I'm sure it probably is. I'm quite sure it probably is every day, is it? The weather is a bit showery in Gravesend. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that, Nigel. Daniel Shaw watching in lower stuff. Jay Dubaya watching in Nottingham. Hello, how are you? Hambo Gumble says, better than the Arsenal, Craig. Hope all is well with you and yours, fella. All good. Thank you very much, mate. All good. As I hope yours are too. Martinelli swings one in. Oh, nice ball in. There's a nice ball in. Gathered up by the goalkeeper. It's good ball in that. Bad boy, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon. John says the rainy season is approaching, but bloody hot every hour. I bet it is. I suppose you become quite accustomed to it after a while, though, do you? Not like me. If I came to Thailand, I'd just bake like a jacket potato. Well, roast potato, I should say. What do we think about Willian starting? I'm happy Martinelli's got to start. I am happy Martinelli has got to start. But I do feel that means we're not going to see him on Thursday night. Will we see Tierney on Thursday night? Surely this was a game to give Tierney half an hour, wasn't it? Or sorry, give him half an hour, bring him on in second half for half an hour, surely. Where's Balogun? Still no Balogun in the squad. Another player that could have had half an hour, 20-minute run out. Not too sure about the thinking behind that, to be honest. What's the reaction to the news that people say that we're up for sale? You see, I have a little theory about that. I reckon the European Super League was a Kroenke's last chance at trying to get a better price for the club. Getting us into the European Super League, guaranteeing a potential buyer 22 years of Europa, Super League money every year would bump up the price of the club. Now that's fallen by the wayside. We're useless to him now. That's why he's putting us up for sale. Liam O'Donnell, Craig, would you take any Newcastle player at Arsenal? Do you know what, mate? I'd take their goalkeeper. I rate their goalkeeper. Now, Nenny. Oh, Nenny! Get in, son! Love it. Mohamed El Nenny, the Egyptian Messi, has struck 1-0 to Arsenal. 5 minutes gone. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Lovely. What a goal. Some great work down the right-hand side there by Hector Bellerin. Bit of a poor ball in. Gets a bit lucky. Great run, though. What a great run that is from Hector Bellerin. Knocks it back. Aubameyang misses it. Fortunate. Falls enough to El Nenny. And 1-0 Arsenal. And as I say that, I would take their goalkeeper. He's made an awful howler of that, hasn't he? Deary me. But we're 1-0 up. Get in. That's what we wanted. The Egyptian Messi. Side foot, 18 yards out. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Beautiful. Get in. Some Maxim. Yes, Charlie's another one I would take. Absolutely. Aporo says, how, Craig, your thoughts on Ceballos starting? look, if someone's going to get, you need confidence to be good, and his confidence is probably going to be down from Thursday. He's probably seen, the social media thing and how everyone was upset with him. So to get, it's like put him straight back in there and get him playing football again. At the end of the day, we want him to be playing his best, and we want him to get him in the team. And again, looking to Thursday, Arteta has definitely got, one eye, if not 1.5 eyes on Thursday. And this is why we've seen so many changes. But it's been a great start. This side's, this team's been a great start. I like the position. I like the formation. El Neni, our best scoring midfielder. Imagine. Mohamed El Neni is our best scoring midfielder. Wowee. The Egyptian Messi. Michael Ellis. Hi, Craig. Big fan here. Love your insights and views. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing a watch along. Keep up the great work, mate. Come on, you gooners. Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much indeed. Party needs to take notes from El Neni. He certainly does. He certainly does. Great hands. Great hands for Matt Ryan there. That's great hands by Matt Ryan. Great hands. Jay Dubai says, what do you think about trying Gabriel at left back? Yeah, I think that's what I would have done. I think I would have even put Saka in there, to be honest. But do you know, like I said at the start of the stream, this is not a game we should be, concentrating on. Or well, yeah, we should be, but Thursday night is more important. That's what I'm trying to say. But I love the way we've started here. Love the way we've started. It's a bit better, isn't it? A bit more direct. Bad boy. My comments are about a minute behind. Live. Pause the stream until goal was scored. My end. Yeah, that's a good idea. If you want to pause, I'm just coming up to 8 minutes 50. I'll let you know when I'm on 9 minutes, and you can press play again if you're watching it on Sky. 56. 57, 58, 59, 9 minutes. Or you can rewind it even, can't you? Can you even rewind it? It's actually a good idea, that bad boy. Pause it or rewind it. And then at least we'll be kind of watching the same. Hello, Stephen. How are you, sir? Thanks for joining. Much appreciated. The league games are the ones we should be experimenting in, not the Europa League semi-final. But hey, I'm liking how we started. Exactly that. Exactly that. Daniel's already on 10 minutes. You can pause up now. I'm on 10 minutes, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can pause it or rewind it if you want to. John says he's 6 hours ahead. He's 6 hours ahead. This is finished 5-0. Very good. Andy Love, I bet the pigeons on that stadium roof are happy that Party isn't playing. I should think they are. Daniel's paused at 10:58. Okay, mate. I'll let you know when I'm at 10:58. It's coming up now. I'll count it down, and you can press play again. Okay, Daniel. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. So hopefully we should be synced up now. Anyone else wants to do that? Just let me know where you've paused it as, and where you've paused it at, and I'll count it down. and then at least we'll be watching the same action. Odegaard looks a little more energised. He does, doesn't he? He does. He certainly does. He's a great player, Odegaard. You know, I mean, people writing him off already. Just unfortunately, he got his injury when he did because he was on fire for us. He was the difference. Complex Theory. Hi, Craig. Great start. Newcastle started poor, which is good. Absolutely. Great start. I'm liking it. It's been a good start. It's been a good start. On the whole, it's been a good start. Daniel says we're roughly at the same time. That's great. Afternoon. Hello, Daniel. How are you, mate? Afternoon to you. Afternoon. Hope you're all well. Hope you're getting good. If you could hit the like button for me, lads, I'd really appreciate that. Or if you don't enjoy it, press the thumbs down button. I don't mind. Odegaard shouldn't be written off. He's a special, but he is definitely a special player. I don't know will we hang on to him, though. That's the thing. I'm not too sure will we hang on to him. He's better in. Willian on the wing now. Willian just doesn't seem to want to take anyone on anymore. Because he's lost that yard of pace. He gets the ball, he gets to the defender, and then he always stops dead and he's looking to lay it off or go back or... But we're doing all right here. Go on, Martinelli. Great play for Martin. Oh, some great play by Martinelli on the left there. Aubameyang couldn't wrap his foot around it to get the required purchase. But some nice stuff from Martinelli on the wing. Going past players, using his pace. Strong as well. Yeah, it was a really good run. Aubameyang unlucky there. Excuse me while I just have another fag. Rashid says, great show, great host. Keep it up, mate. Well, thank you very much indeed. If you keep coming along, I'll keep doing them. Aporo says, we seem to be playing with some intent today rather than a bunch of headless chickens like we played against Villarreal. Yeah, Villarreal was awful. I still don't get the formation that he played against Villarreal and why do an experiment in a European semi-final. It was strange, very strange. Hi, Craig. Always enjoy your shows. Hoping you had more shows watching from Dubai. Oh, very nice, very nice. Dubai, always a place I've wanted to visit. I'd love to see it. Dubai, I really, really would love to visit there. I've heard it's amazing. Very lucky to be living there. Nigel says, I'd never put a thumbs down on anything to do with this channel. I'm a loyal viewer and a member of this team. You're a massive member of this team, Nigel. Thank you very much indeed, mate, for everything you do for us. Massive team. Obviously, there's no social media. There's no Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram until Tuesday because we're taking part in the blackout. I know some people find it strange that, people like me are still doing YouTube streams. My understanding of it all is that it was Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That was the main target. I've seen a few people having a go at other channels, but look, I'm demonetized, so me doing this stream makes me no money. I'm only here to be with you guys to watch the game together. Andy says, Craig, what do you think about the Mail newspaper reports that the club's been up for sale for the last 2 years? Again, mate, I'll use my theory I'll use my theory that Stan Kroenke knew about the European Super League. That's why he hung on to us for so long. I don't believe the club's been up for sale for the last 2 years. I think he held on to us because he knew about the European Super League. It was guaranteed cash. And that if he did want to sell the club, we'd be worth more because of the guaranteed money. But now the European Super League has fallen to the wayside. We're useless to him now, so he might as well just sell up. He might as well just sell up. Saved the gun for the last 10 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. Craig, any plans for you guys to do some more quizzes? Really enjoyed them. Yeah, look, we're going to need loads of ideas to keep going through the close season. Obviously, we're doing we do the live podcast on the Monday. We do the Total Screamers podcast on the Tuesday. We have a night off on the Wednesday. Thursday night, we've got 4 Men in the Mic. And Friday, then we do the team talk. Obviously, during the close season, we won't be doing 4 shows a week because, we won't have, we haven't got without the football going on, we haven't got the content to talk about or, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm thinking of ideas for the close season. I want to try and bring at least 1 to 2 streams a week during the close season, whether it be just having a bit of fun, question and answers, things like that. So yeah, there will be more. Kevin says 5 attempts, 1 shot on target in 15 minutes. Am I dreaming? Yeah. Jay Dubai says, always listen to your pods. First time I've tuned in for a watch along. Well, thanks very much indeed. Daniel Saw says you wouldn't trust the mail. Yeah, very true. Bad Boy says just watching the game with the boys. Absolutely. Charlie, the Euros, yeah. Actually, I forgot about that. We have got the Euros, haven't we? So, I mean, we could, perhaps I could do some live watch-alongs for the England games. We could do, we could certainly do a podcast after the England games and chat about the England games. Good afternoon to you, Scott. Thanks for joining, mate. Better start. Odegaard and Martinelli are perfect for us. We just need a few more players who can run at defenders. Willian just seems shy nowadays. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, what a save that is. That's a great save. Great save, Matty Ryan. Big deflection on that. Looked like it was going to loop over him and Newcastle were going to have their equaliser, but he's got a big hand up to that and turned it over the bar. What a great save. Just watching the replay again. Or has he tried a tricky lob there? No, there's a deflection on that. Good save that. Good save. Well done, Matty Ryan. Great save. Complex View, we've been sloppy the last 5 minutes. Absolutely we have. Going back, yeah, Odegaard and Martinelli, Scott, absolutely, mate. We need pace. That's what we've lacked so much. Direct wing play, especially last Wednesday. It's just awful, that formation. But hey, we're winning. We'll take it. We will take it. Doesn't that put us up to the heights of 10th now? Are we back up to 10th? If we win this, does that put us up to the heights? We'll start getting nosebleeds if we get up any higher. John says, why are we playing Xhaka at left back again? Doesn't Arteta learn anything? Well, I have to play a bit of devil's advocate to that, John. I think he's done all right. All right, he made a mistake. He made a mistake against Everton. I don't think he was too bad against Villarreal. But what I like about him is that he's prepared to do it. That's what I like. That's what I like about Granit Xhaka. He'll play anywhere. He's a team player. We must forget about what's happened in the past. I know some people find it hard to let go of, but what happened has happened, and he's still here, and he's still in an Arsenal shirt, so he gets my support. But I get what you're saying. It's not, it's not his position. I don't think we'll see him there Wednesday. I hope that Kieran Tierney somehow starts on Thursday. John says, I agree, but he should be playing. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I agree with you 100% there. He should be playing in midfield. But it looks like, what I will say is, it looks like the manager has learnt his lesson from Villarreal. He's not playing that horrible formation, that false 9 formation that he played. Why he played that formation, I'll never know, because he had the players to play this formation, which is the formation that I thought he'd go with, the 4-2-3-1. it was a pretty simple. I mean, Saka on the left, Pepe on the right, Martinelli down the middle. Why didn't Martinelli play down the middle? I don't get it. I didn't get the formation on Wednesday. It was awful. Daniel Shaw says he's donning the same polo as me. Great old shirt, innit? I gotta say, this is a lovely one. I'm getting a bit old now for the old replicas. I still buy them anyway because I like to have them. Because when the son gets older, he'll have plenty of retros. By the time we've got our walking stick, that'll be a retro, won't it? So I've just buying them all and keeping them for him, really. Complex 3 says, I hope Arteta is playing Xhaka because he's going to play Cedric on Thursday. That's a good shout. Newcastle need Santiago Munez badly, don't they? Is he still playing, that chap? Who's he playing for now? This Almiron fella who plays for Newcastle, he's been a bit of a flop, hasn't he? He was playing in the MLS, scoring goals all around him, wasn't he? Was he playing for, was it Chicago? I think he was playing for. We are Vertigo FC. Yeah. Michael, what goalkeeper? Michael says, what goalkeeper would I go for? I'd go for Leno. Michael, I would. Or Mitchell. Is that Mitchell? Mitchell and Michael? I'm sorry now if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I would go back for, I would definitely play Leno. Pulled off an outstanding save against Villarreal to keep us in the game. Along with the penalty, and that save has kept us in the game. Yes, he's made an horrendous mistake against Everton, but he more than made up for it with that save on Wednesday for me. Jubaila says we're actually passing well. We are. We're playing with a nice tempo, good passing, good fast passing. Playing in some nice triangles, getting up the pitch. This is our formation. I've always said that this is our formation, and this is the formation he should stick with, whether we're at home, whether we're away from home. He's got to. This is the formation we need to play. We need to press high up the pitch, attack with pace, counter-attack with pace. And this is the formation for me. Definitely got the players for it. Andy says, Craig, do you think come the end of the season that Arteta will be any closer to knowing who his best 11 are? Now, good question, because I've been, I'm in the WhatsApp group with the lads, and I've always said that I think Mikel Arteta is using these last few games to actually see what players he wants to keep, what kind of mentality. Oh, Granit Xhaka giving the ball away. Water is wet. Having a look to see who he needs to get rid of, to see who he wants to keep. So I think, but next season, if he gets backed by the Cronkies, I think he already knows who he wants, and I think whoever be in charge, he's told whoever be in charge who he wants. If we're to believe the newspapers or we're to believe the reports that Edu and Arteta are already looking at 6 players that they want to bring in, and that's a significant window. That will be one of our best windows. So yeah, I do. I think he will by the end of the season kind of know who he'll want, because obviously behind closed doors he knows who he's signing. He'll know. I would imagine that deals are happening even now. Behind closed doors, I know it's the end of the season, but who knows what goes on behind closed doors. Yeah, 40. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Andrews. Yeah, can look like a more of a 4-3-3. William Bailey looks interested. Well, there's a surprise. Again, no idea why he's playing. No idea. Haven't a clue. Complex Theory says, What left back would you like to see come into the club in the summer? Left back, yeah, we need some cover we do need cover for Kieran Tierney. My shout would be Van Aanholt from Crystal Palace. If he would be willing to come here and play second fiddle is another question. But Van Aanholt from Palace would be my shout. Craig Jubaya says, Craig, I'm a bit bamboozled about why we don't close down like this in every game. Yeah, it's strange. You can get a reaction from one of the 11s, and then you get you get no reaction from another 11 you might pick. It is kind of weird, but they're doing all right. They're doing all right. When you're talking about a Newcastle side that have just come away from Anfield and should have had all 3 points, so we'll take it. We'll take it. Or Mitchell from Palace, yeah, that's another good shout. Bertrand, a brilliant shout. Brilliant shout, that one. What about Rangers beating Celtic earlier today? They are 2 games away from going the whole season unbeaten. What a revelation. What a revelation Steven Gerrard has been for Rangers. Unbelievable. Live watch along, says BX Gunner. That's right, mate. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Oh, good ball. Have a go. Oh, great shot, Granite. Unlucky. Good save by Dravadka there. Good save, good save. Aborov, Craig, what positions do we need players in according to you? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted here by Man United fans have staged a protest against their owners after getting inside, and they're on the pitch at Old Trafford. Is this true? Wow, if that is true. But fair play to them. Fair play to them. I've never understood why Arsenal fans can't. I know we saw the protest outside the Emirates. Oh, off the line. The Egyptian Messi nearly with his second of the day. Almiron cleared off the line. Mohamed El Neni, unlucky, son. How lucky. Nearly 2-0. Lovely header. Cleared off the line. Goalkeeper was beaten. Unlucky. There's about 50 to 100 on the pitch. Wow. Yes, it's true. Sky News have just reported it. Oh, dearie me. Isn't that amazing? Going back to your question, Aporov, I think we need a new right back. Possibly a new goalkeeper. I don't think we need to bring in any centre halves because we've got Mavropanos and, of course, Saliba coming back. We need a backup left back, certainly for Kieran Tierney. We need to bring in a class central midfielder to play alongside Thomas Partey. Oh, Martinelli there, inches away from 2-0. We need another central midfielder to come in along Partey, to play alongside Partey. We're going to need that central attack and creative midfielder. But if we can keep hold of Odegaard for another year, that will be good. That will be that position sorted. And that's it, really. And probably, do we need another striker? I don't know. Do we need to bring in another striker? With Balogun there, Martinelli can play striker. Will Eddie survive the transfer window? I don't think so. I think Eddie will be gone. So perhaps we need to bring in another striker as well. Another cheap striker. Perhaps Edouard from Celtic. Although I haven't been too impressed with him watching the Celtic games. I mean, I watched the Old Firm derby today, and he was a ghost. I know Celtic were down to 10 men, but he was a ghost. When he was on the ball, he was okay, but wasn't really running or tracking back or making any good runs. So I don't know. Perhaps he wants out of Celtic. Perhaps he's had enough. They were poor today again, though. Celtic were very, very poor. Dubai says we look like a team. We do. They're playing well today. I'm very, very impressed. Although it's it's not very action packed, is it? But we're keeping the ball well. We're going forward well. We're finding our passes very well. And as I say, that's a bias gives it away, of course. But no, I mean, it's all positive today. It's all positive. That's mad that there's fans on the pitch at Old Trafford. Daniel says, bring in a backup striker if Laka goes. Yeah, I think so. Charlie wants Mendia and Grealish. God, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I'd love Grealish. Imagine Grealish playing in behind the strikers, in behind the Aubameyang. Oh, I'd love it. Grealish would be my dream signing. My absolute dream signing. Ceballos. I love Martinelli. I'm loving Martinelli. He is going to be some player. He is going to be some player. Complex Theory would like to see Matt Ryan signed permanently. Can't argue with that. Paul Neal says they've stole the goal flags and run off. The Man United. Oh, this is amazing. Wow. David West says the passion Martinelli shows on a football field should be a lesson to the rest of the Arsenal team. Absolutely agree with you there, mate. Absolutely. If we had 11 of him. John said, yeah, John agrees with Daniel. We need to bring in an established striker. Complex Theory, sell Eddie and use Balogun. Daniel Shaw, just seen Mike Dean is reffing. Great. And Dubaila says, we need a left back, a right back, a central midfielder and a striker. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Charlie wanted Jimenez from Wolves before he got injured. Yeah, he would have been a great player. I would take the other lad from Wolves though in a heartbeat. I can't think of his name now. I can't think of his bloody name. Poro says, "What are your thoughts on Tony from the striker from Brentford? He's been classed this season in the Championship. Yeah." He has been good, hasn't he? But is that step up to the Premier League? Is he ready? If he comes up with Brentford, let's see how he gets on with Brentford. Or do we strike while the iron's hot? Neto, that's the one. Absolutely, Charlie. Thanks very much. And Adam Neto, I would take him in a heartbeat. I'd love to have him at Arsenal. Great player. Martinelli's doing really well down this left wing. He's doing really well. He's really putting himself. I mean, he's giving Arteta a headache here for Wednesday night. He's playing, or Thursday night, sorry. He's doing really, really well. Complex says he's looking. Yeah, so am I, mate. Looking forward to Saliba next year. I definitely am looking forward to that. Could we see a centre-back pairing next year of Mari and Saliba or Gabriel and Saliba? Who do you think? Because I think Pablo Mari has been very underrated by us all. I think he's been brilliant, Pablo Mari. £6 million. Oh, so close, so close. A lovely flick on there to the back post. I'm not too sure who that was. Was it Ceballos? Oh, it was Luis, sorry. A lovely flick on by David Luiz. Probably going for goal, but... Andy says Luiz and Martinelli need to play on Thursday. Yeah, I think bringing in Luiz is a great shout, mate. I think he'd shore it up a bit. with that bit of experience at the back. I totally agree with you. And of course, having David Luiz, who can get the ball on the edge of our box and and play football on the edge of our box, get us out and get us on an attack. Wisdom says, do you guys see what United fans are doing? That's what it takes to be a real fan who wants his club back. Yeah, absolutely agreed. Like I said before, I've never understood why Arsenal fans can't come together for the greater good of the club. I mean, the Stan Kroenke protest was brilliant. Don't get me wrong. But we need to be doing that every week, if you ask me. Luke would like to see Adam Traore from Wolves at Arsenal. He's got good pace. He has got good pace, Luke, but is that all he's got? I mean, Willian's got good pace. Yeah. It's a good shout, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd like to see him at Arsenal. Charlie says, what's the news on Chalobah? Is Arteta planning to bring him back? Oh, absolutely. If he doesn't bring him back after this loan, and I think what he's done there he's done a lot of good there. When Saliba was at Arsenal and he came back to Arsenal, he wasn't in the right place. He just lost his mum. He was clearly suffering from that. And you could see it in him when he was playing. I watched a lot of the under-23 stuff, and you could clearly see that he wasn't right. So I give kudos to Mikel Arteta for actually sending him back to France, getting him on loan and getting him into a team where he was going to play. Because by all accounts, he's beasting it over there. He's beasting it. And he's playing really well. So although we can sit here and talk about what the things that Arteta has done wrong, for me, that's a big thing that Arteta's done right. Send him out, get him back to France, get him back close to his family, where he can be. Get him on a pitch, get him playing football, and get him to get that buzz back again. Get him to, enjoy the game again. And it looks like it's working because, like I said, he's playing really well over there, and everyone is raving on about him. So to get him back into an Arsenal team and to get him back into an Arsenal shirt with him raring to go is great. I mean, the kid's only, what is he? He's not even 20 yet, is he? Mario's quality, I agree. £6 million. One of the best pieces of business we've done. Willian is so bad. Please take him off. Put on the tea lady instead. He is so bad. She'd do better. Any more news about the Kroenkes willing to sell? Only what I've read in the paper, mate. I haven't heard anything. If we're led to believe what's being reported, then a 1.7 billion bid is what it will take. I can't see it being 1.7 billion. I would think more than two. I would think more 2.7 billion for a serious offer. I mean, we hear that Daniel Ek is preparing a £2 million bid, £2 billion bid. Sorry, but this is going to take months. This ain't going to happen overnight. This is we could still be sitting here this time next year and it's still not gone through. But I think if the right money is offered, Kroenke will sell. People are saying the club's not up for sale. Of course it is. Stan Kroenke's a businessman. He hasn't got where he is today by not doing deals and not being clever. So although we don't like him, he's a clever businessman. Offer him the right money, he'll sell. Adam says, why not use Martinelli as a central striker if we lost Ladder and Eke? Yeah, I Lacquer and Eddie, I've said that. I thought we should have started him as a central. That's a bit much. What's all that about? From Callum Wilson. I didn't see why he didn't do that on Wednesday. A few people saying he didn't know I was doing one. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't advertise it because we're taking part in the social media blackout, obviously, to stop online abuse and racist abuse. So I couldn't advertise it. We won't be back on social media until Tuesday. So don't forget, we'll be back on Monday at the normal time of 8 o'clock for the live podcast. We'll be talking about, obviously, the Villarreal game, and we'll be talking about what we've seen here today as well. Arteta has done lots of things wrong, but a monumentally hard job, it has to be said, is on his hands. Absolutely. He's come in, his first job, a massive first job. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't excuse any mistakes that he's made. It's a massive job for your first job. He's had COVID to deal with, the Super League to deal with. He's had some injuries. Injuries to good top players that he's had to deal with. And people can argue, that every manager's got to deal with that. That's true, but when you're an experienced manager, I would say it's not. It's not. And you're an experienced manager, and you know your team and you know your squad. It's not so much of a hindrance. But look, he's done a lot of things wrong, but he's done a lot of things right as well. And I think it's unfair to just talk about the bad things. That's a free, absolutely. Just being, hello, welcome, mate. Yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, I haven't been able to advertise the live watch along this week. Let's see, here we go. Just scroll this down a bit. Complex Fury says, Kroenke, go to where he is by marrying into Walmart. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that. Daniel says, how much would you sell Nikita for? A couple in my group chat said 25 million. I can't see where they got that figure from. What you say, more, Daniel, or less? I'd say 20 million will do it for me. I'd let him go for 20. Dubai says, when you see a car on the forecourt, do you ever offer the asking price? No, you offer low and start negotiating. Absolutely correct, sir. Absolutely correct. You've got more likes than people watching. That's pretty clever. That's good. I'd say that's people coming along and leaving and coming back. People coming in and John Messi, if we remember rightly, Thierry Henry started off as a winger. The rest is history. Absolutely correct. There's no reason we couldn't turn Martinelli into a striker. None at all. Less than 25 million for Nikita. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd say 20 million. I'd say 20 million. 20 million to do it for me. Luke says, if they were going to sell, do you think it might affect the summer transfer window? I know they don't invest, but could it affect it even more now? That's a good call and a good shout. Let's hope it doesn't. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure would it, because does Kroenke ever give us, has Kroenke ever given us money for players? I don't think so. I think the money we're going to generate for the window this year will be from player sales. I mean, the players that we've got to sell, you could easily raise 125, 130 million pounds. That's a nice little kitty to be including, not to include, to be upgrading the team. I'm not looking for 100 million pound players in every position. I'm just looking for upgrades, and upgrades can be got for 30, 40 million pounds. Adam says, if Bellerin was to leave in the summer, who would you replace? Who would your choice to be replacing be? I'd like that. Is it Max Aarons who plays for Norwich? I wouldn't mind bringing him in. But will he, now Norwich are back up into the Premier League, he probably wouldn't be interested, might not be interested in that move now, might want to stay there. But that would be my choice. Cole reckons that Nikita isn't even worth 15 million, in his opinion. That's why I'd be happy with a 20 million. I'd be happy with taking him for 20 million. Maury's a good right back. Yeah, that's a good shout. Anthony says, I like this content. I'm not even an Arsenal fan. Thanks very much indeed. Thanks for coming along. Glad you find it entertaining. Or glad that you find that you want to be here watching us. So just coming up to half time now. 2 minutes added on. Little half time break. Go downstairs, fill me water back up. And we'll be back. Wisdom, all we Arsenal fans do is talk about action like Kroenke and Arteta. What United fans did is recommendable, and that's what we should be doing if we really want Kroenke out. I agree with you, mate. I do agree with you, but at the same time, do I promote breaking and entering and getting yourself into a ground? But look, if you're prepared to face the consequences to do that, then 50 to 100 have got in. It's obviously pre-planned. Has someone let him in? Even, do you know what I mean? Has someone let them in? You just don't know, do you? Moss 52. What part of Ireland are you in? I'm in West Cork, down in West Cork. Beautiful West Cork. Love it down here. Lived here for 21 years now. Just Being says, how about Willock? Move him on. He's been okay on his loan spell. I think he's been okay on his loan spell because he's kind of found his level. I think he's found his level. I don't think he's ever going to be. He's a great player. He's a good player, but don't get me wrong. I don't think he's going to be good enough for the Arsenal. But then, hey, he might make me eat my words there. But I'd move him on. If we can get 20 million for him, I'd move him on. Andy says, although we unfortunately lost to Liverpool in the FA Youth Cup on Friday, I was really impressed with the youngsters that played. Hayden looks like it will be providing us many more Sakas. Absolutely. And ESRs. Absolutely. One of those players I'm quite excited about is Aziz, the midfielder. Looks like he's going to be the real deal. I'm pretty sure he'll link up with the first team next season. And we'll see more of him. Jabari says, even if we went low and sold Nikita, Willock, Torreira, Guendouzi, Ainsley, Nelson, Bellerin, and Laka or Erba, that's 120 million. Yeah, and if we can get more, yeah. Cole Hobbs agreed. Willock isn't good enough. Smith Rowe and Aziz are better options. Absolutely. And Adam says, sell him sell him while he is a hot topic. Absolutely. Absolutely, mate. Well, it's half time at St James's Park. Arsenal are winning 1-0. The Egyptian Messi striking in the 5th minute with a nice half volley from the edge of the box with some good work down the right from Hector Bellerin to get the ball over. So 1-0 up at half time. Great. Winning at half time with a clean sheet. Could get used to this. I'll be back just before the second half kicks off. I'm just going to mute my microphone and just put up a graphic. Stay with me, and I'll see you for the second half. Muted. There we go. Hello, everyone. I'll mute me mic. That might help. Second half underway. Well, second half nearly underway. How are we all doing? Just wanted to say I've been looking through your comments in the chat, and I just wanted to say to you all how proud I am to have a community like you, like you lot. Unreal. There's no nastiness. No one calling anyone names. Everyone talking about different opinions, accepting different opinions. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you very much, indeed, for being the best followers, the best subscribers on this platform, for sure. So 1-0, on for a win. Did anyone see the scenes at Old Trafford? Oh my God! I tell you what, somebody's definitely left the door open there, haven't they? Someone was definitely in on that. There's no way they streaming just like that. Secret C, Simon C, how are you, mate? Thanks for joining me. Hope you're well. Respect to you as well, Moss. Respect to you as well. David West, really enjoying this watch along, Craig. Thank you very much, David. Really appreciate it. Just in case anyone who is watching wants us to pause their telly, what we'll do is if you pause it now, and I'll let you know when we've kicked off, we've kicked off. I'll let you know what time I'm on once it comes up. Okay, so I'm on 45:10. It's just gone to 45:10. If you want to rewind it back or pause it, or Daniel says someone's getting a sack. Oh, absolutely, someone is getting a sack. Just being, this is better than Lee Judges. I don't know about that. I think Lee Judges has got to be the most entertaining man ever on the watch-alongs, especially the stuff he comes out with. Daniel says that he's still with me. That's great. Yeah, 45, 38, 39, 40, 41. If anyone's ahead of me, just let me know how far ahead of you are, and you can pause it, and I'll let you know once I've got there, and then you can press play again, and we'll kind of be synced up. I think that's the best way we can do it, isn't it? Get all synced up together. You just let me know where you've paused it, and I'll tell you when I get to that particular number, and you can press play again. I'm 65 seconds behind the live stream, Craig. That's not too bad, I suppose. That's a minute. Well, not too bad. It's not too bad. I am trying not to look at the. I'm doing my best not to look at the the chat for goals and stuff like that. That's the only thing I will say. If we do score, try not to react in the chat box. React at home, of course, but try not to react in the chat box. I know it's difficult. Graham says, Craig, could you try and put a clock up on your screen? Yeah, that's something I'll look into for next season. Look, what is scrolling along the bottom of the screen there is obviously my new donation page. I am doing a fundraiser for myself to raise some funds for a new computer. That kind of thing is what I want to do next year. But if I'm going to do that kind of content, I need a new computer. It's as simple as that. I'm not working at the moment, and I understand that other people are not working at the moment. There's a donation page there. You can donate £1. If that's all. Every pound will add up. If any, we've 11,000 subscribers. If a quarter of them all gave me £1, I'd be sorted. Graham says maybe too techie. No, it really isn't too techie, Graham. It's just I just haven't got a computer that is powerful enough to run it, because obviously there'll be a lot going on the screen. I need a computer that has got a good enough processor, that's got enough memory, and basically has got up-to-date technology in it. So that's what I'm heading towards. That's what I want to do. I want to have, I've got so many ideas. Put a green screen behind me so it looks like I'm sitting in a studio, just upping the production of what I'm doing. I mean, my background's quite cool now. I like it. I've got my Thierry picture up. I've got my Bob Wilson glove up. That kind of thing's all right for the pod, but when I'm doing watch-alongs, I want to have the stuff scrolling on the screen and some stuff on the screen, so it's not too boring. Just looking at me and looking at my memorabilia behind me. But look, if you could all donate £1, I'd be so happy. Look, yeah, I've got a Mac at the moment, right? It's 2011. This is what I'm using. It just about does the job for what I want it to do. I mean, I'm touching it here now. It is burning. It is so hot. It is something I'm thinking of doing, is investing in a desktop and getting one built, especially for streaming. If anyone could help me out there. Build a desktop. Do any of you build desktop computers? Could any of you build me a desktop computer? I'm gladly willing to pay. Gladly willing to pay someone. I'd like the most powerfulest machine I could get, so I can do everything that I want to do. Don't invest in a Mac. You'll get one bang for your buck. Yeah, that's true. But you see, the thing about it is I've always had Macs, and Cole says he'll whack £1 in there. Thank you very much. Graham says he'll whack £1 in there as well. Thank you very much indeed. You're all going to help me out big time. You'll all help me out big time. David West says, Craig, you should put the link in the chat. Easy to copy and paste the link for those who wish to donate. The link's in the description, mate. Just have a look just below you. Link is in the description, and that will take you straight to the page. Moss says, I think €5 is the minimum you can donate unless I'm missing something. Is that right? Perhaps I might be able to change that. Okay, if it is, then don't. If it is a £5, then don't do it. What I'll do is I'll change it. Perhaps I can change it back to €1. If I could put it down to €1, that would be all right, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll do that. So if you are thinking about doing it, don't do it tonight, and I'll have it changed for Monday. And you could bang £1 in there. That would be great. Louise is done. Looks like it. Hamstring gone. Not good. And certainly not good for Thursday night either. Oh, dearie me. That's not good. Because I don't care what anyone says. Luiz is our best defender at the moment. He's our best centre-half. And to see him limping off now, this is bad news. Bad news for Thursday. And by the look of his face, he knows. He knows. Could be his last game forever. Could be his last Arsenal game. But a shame to see him going off. He's done really well for us. He is what he is. Yes, he's made a few mistakes. But I don't care what anyone says. He's been our best defender. And we look surer at the back with him there. Jay Dubai says for $1,500 you could get an okay Mac, but for the same price you'd get an awesome build. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm up for all possibilities. If all possibilities, all opinions. I just want a machine that will be able to do what I want to do. David West says, sorry, I've just seen the link. We'll send you a few. Oh, thank you very much indeed, David. Much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Now, that's why I've changed it. I changed it because YouTube are taking 40% of your donations anyway. And now with this new taxing that they're bringing in, they want to tax the company, the companies that are making a lot of money on YouTube. But of course, it gets passed down to the smaller channels as well. So you're looking at 64% of a donation that you'd make during the podcast by a super chat or a membership. 64% of that is going to go to Google and YouTube. So I'm not having that. Dave Dubai says, where can I send you an email to get a decent build set up? Yeah, you can send me an email, mate. sameoldarsenal@gmail.com. sameoldarsenal@gmail.com. Just Being says, I'm on benefits, so I can't afford it. But No. If you can't afford it, then that's absolutely perfect. We carry on as we're going, Just Being. You don't worry about that, mate. You don't worry about it. It'll always be... Same Old Arsenal podcast will always be here for you, whether you donate or not. That's, some people can, some people can't. I get that totally. But thank you for your support, coming here and seeing me and watching me and supporting us that way. It's all support at the end of the day. Bad Boy says that the new Ryzen CPUs are very good for the price. Yeah. Look, it's something I've always wanted. I've got to say, I've always wanted a computer that I could build myself, I've got two girls here that love playing games and they want to play Fortnite and stuff like that. I mean, they play Fortnite on the consoles and stuff, but they'd be watching people playing it on PC and they want to start playing it on a PC and stuff. But anyway... That's where the link is if you want to donate. If you can't donate, it doesn't. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. Thank you very much. I can see some coming in there now, so thank you very much indeed, lads. You're very kind. I'll just bring them up now so I can say thank you. David West, thank you very much indeed, David. You're very, very kind. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you ever so much. If it stays 1-0, glad Willock isn't playing. Yeah. Andy Love says, I know it's hindsight, but shouldn't Arteta take Luiz at half time if he wanted to use him on Thursday? Yeah, it's a good call. It's a good point. But I suppose... to get him some minutes, to get him a run, I suppose it's something that you can't. I mean, a player getting injured, you can't. You can't do. You can't. No one could foresee that. It's just, it's just really unfortunate. That's a great ball by Granit Xhaka out to Bellerin. It's the same with Laka, wasn't it? Against Everton or Fulham when he got injured? You just can't foresee that happening. It's just bad luck. It's just bad luck. If that's what you want, it's all about bandwidth, not Meg connection. I'll get in touch about building you a PC, mate. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that. Daniel says, once you get partnered on Twitch, I'll use my Twitch Prime to donate. You'll get 50% of it. Oh, thank you very much indeed, Daniel. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Moss says, I wanted to donate £1, but seeing as you're such a nice guy, I've put in €5. Oh, well, thank you very much indeed. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. I haven't watched any of this half because you're all so good. You're all chatting away to me mad. It's great. The PC stream gaming experience is awesome compared to a Mac. Yeah. But as I say, it's not really for gaming that I want it. I want it so I can, I can up my production a little bit. I mean, I'd like to do YouTube full time, but with what's happening now with the donations and stuff like that, with an unmonetized channel, I don't really think it's an option, to be honest. I'd have to get everyone to go over to Twitch and follow me on Twitch and, get the donations coming through on Twitch. But I'm not too sure I'd make enough in donations to do it full time. I would love to do it full time, of course. I'd love to do 2 or 3 shows a day with all, news and updates and stuff like that. But I think you really have to be a massive channel to really make a go of doing it full time. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to. Arteta needs to get Xhaka off and Cedric on, I think, says Liam. I'm going to try and pronounce. Is it Tauhidu? Tauhidu says we should score more goals. We certainly should. We certainly bloody should. Be nice. Asmit says, "What's your PayPal?" If you donate on Ko-Fi, Asmit, it goes straight into my PayPal anyway. So that's it's a more secure way of doing it. Scott Devotion says, "Desktop made specific for streaming and multitasking, best option. It will be made to take far beyond what you need. You will not encounter any issue. I've done this with studio desktops." It's Tao Hidu. You pronounced it correctly. Go me. Go me. I'm glad I got that right. Thank you very much for telling me. Just Being says those massive channels all started somewhere. That's very correct. That's very correct. Thank you to Cole Hobbs. Thank you very much indeed. And someone else in there, Ko-Fi supporter, hasn't put your name in there, but a donation of €5. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. You're very kind, lads. Thank you very much. Complex Fury says he wouldn't mind seeing St. Maximum in red and white. I don't know. I don't know. Is he that good? I don't know. Is he just standing out in a poor Newcastle side? That kind of a big fish, small pond scenario. We've seen it so many times, and they move on to a bigger club, and they just don't. They just don't do it. Cole Hobbs has done it. Thank you very much indeed, Cole. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Kind of lost. As long as you're all watching it, I've kind of lost my track of thought. Really watching it, but it's great interaction on a match day, isn't it? It's great. It's like sitting in the pub with your mates, having a chat, which is what I want it to be like. I can smell the roast chicken downstairs. The roast chicken dinner after this game, and then straight onto the couch for Liverpool Man United. Thank you very much to Graham Page. Thank you very much indeed, Graham. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you ever so much. Very humbling. Thank you. Oh, that was unlucky. Was that Gabrielle? Yeah, Gabrielle. Going close with a header there. So close to 2-0. Comes off the defender beautifully there to get his space. Should have done a lot better with that. But a lovely run to get away from his defender. Nigel's having gammon for dinner. Ooh, bit of gammon. Can't beat it. Bit of pineapple on top. Bit of pineapple. Daniel says I should do these more often. Absolutely, mate. Every game I can do, I will do one. I'm happy to say that I have got a couple of job interviews. I've got a second interview on Monday. So fingers crossed. And we'll see what the rostering's like. And if I can do a game, I'll do it. This game is calling for Saka or Pepe to come on and take Willian off. I agree with you. But I don't want anything to happen. I know I just said that, it's all accidental and that, but if we don't need to bring him on, I'd rather we didn't. Who do you think will win the Liverpool-Man United game? With the form that Manchester United are in, I can't see nothing but a Man United win, to be honest. I cannot see nothing but a Man United win. I mean, I know we all took the mickey out of Ollie, but he's doing an amazing job at Man United. An amazing job. Oh, what a great goalkeeping. That is good goalkeeping, that is. What a catch. I'll tell you what, he's doing really well today, isn't he? He is doing, that's a great catch. That's a great take. He's making a little push for himself here, Matt Ryan. He certainly is. I'll tell you, getting a headache. Nice. Nice stuff, boys. Nice. Oh, Aubameyang, yes! 2-0. What a great goal. What a great goal. Brilliantly played in the middle there between Martinelli, Odegaard and Aubameyang. The ball's gone out to the left. A great ball in by Martinelli. And Aubameyang, what we wanted to see, a goal from the captain. What a great finish. What a great finish. Ceballos involved as well. Bit lucky with the ball coming back to Odegaard. Ball out to Martinelli. A great first time ball in. And Aubameyang, back post. 2-0 Arsenal. Game over for me. That was brilliant play. Absolutely brilliant football. That's what you want to see. What a ball from Martinelli and what a great finish by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Great finish. Come on, the boys. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Get in. Yes, it doesn't, it doesn't really mean much, but that's what you want to see. 3 or 4 weeks ago, Aubameyang's missing that. We've seen him do that a couple of times, put it wide. He's missing that a couple of weeks ago. So to see him putting them in, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Mark says it's really funny to watch the delayed reaction. Yeah, of course. You know it's gone in before me, don't you? Just Bean says, want to write goal when it happens, but just don't want to ruin your fun. Yeah. Welcome back, Aubameyang. Martinelli should play on the left on Thursday. Yeah, he is getting some headaches here, the manager today. Martinelli has been absolutely superb on the left-hand side. Matt Ryan has been superb in goal. Everything. He hasn't had to do a lot, but with goalkeepers, it's all about doing it well when you have to do it, Especially with all players, but especially being in goal. Do you know? Oh, great ball. Great ball. It was unlucky, that. Yeah, Newcastle haven't been great, have they? I mean, I was expecting a lot more from Newcastle, I have to say, especially after watching them against Liverpool. They were great against Liverpool. Should have won the game. Should have come away. Should have come away with the 3 points against Liverpool. What we got here? It's not up for debate anymore. Martinelli should get the same game time as ESR at least. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. United v Liverpool could be cancelled. Fans all over the place protesting inside and outside the stadium and the hotel. Wow. Wowee. Arsenal today, 13 shots, 6 on target. Says it all, Kevin, doesn't it? Says it all. And definitely because I think Martinelli is making the difference down that left. For sure. Makes you wonder why he's left him. He hasn't played, makes you wonder why he hasn't played him down that left-hand side. But, Lee's anger. Lee has always been talking about why he thinks Martinelli, why isn't he playing Martinelli? Dan thinks that Arteta doesn't rate him. And you can see why they've come to that conclusion. But today, he's for me, he has to start on Thursday night after this performance. He's been our best player on the pitch. Odegaard has been good today as well. He's been good today. I love the way the simplicity of his football is great. Another good attack here. Bellerin. Oh, unlucky Hex. That's a corner though, is it? Would I start him on Thursday? Martinelli? Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, Saka is a great player. Saka is going to be a generational talent, but you've got to play your players who are in form. Saka has been a bit hot and cold the last few weeks. So Martinelli is doing everything here, to say to the manager, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to go. He's playing really well. Don't get me wrong, Saka's fantastic. But what I'm saying is Martinelli is in a bit of form. Darren, that's a great shout, and it's something that I said, but I got laughed at. Playing Saka left back on Thursday would be my shout again. He's done it before, and he's done us a good job at left back. But for me, there is no reason why Martinelli shouldn't start on Thursday after this performance. Don't want to go too overboard, but you've got to play your form players. Andy Love says that Martinelli is playing well with Aubameyang, which is very promising. Yeah, exactly. You want to see some link up there, don't you? Could that be the new bromance? If Lacazette is shown the door, are we seeing a new bromance forming? Thank you very much to Scuffler. Hope I've said that right. Scuffler with a donation there. Thank you very much indeed, sir. You are too kind. Thank you. Kevin says Matt Ryan just wants to prove his worth. Even the previous games he's played in, I believe he had a decent performance against Villa and Fulham. Looking for a summer deal at Arsenal. Yeah, exactly. Darren, that's you, is it, Darren? Thank you very much indeed, sir. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, Darren. And he says Martinelli and Pepe on the wings for Thursday. Absolutely. John says, Craig, there's somebody at the door. The dog's barking. Yeah, there was somebody at the door, actually. I think the wife's taking good care of that. Could you actually hear that? Because if you could hear that, this microphone is bloody good. And I was thinking that I used to have to come here to talk into it. But if you can hear the dog barking downstairs, got a bargain there. You could hear the dog. My goodness, sorry about that. But dogs are going to be dogs. I can tell the kids to be quiet, and I can tell the wife not to come in, but unfortunately, I can't stop. Dogs will be dogs. Yeah, don't fight. I'll try not to. But I'm very impressed, though. If you could hear the dog barking with that microphone, very impressed. If Xhaka plays false nine again, if that lineup comes out false nine again, sack him there before the game starts. There is no way on this earth he can start with that formation again. Goodness me! If he does, it'll be that'll be the final straw for me. Win the game or not. It was awful. It's not going to work. It's awful crap. Certainly not going to work. And using a European semi-final first leg to experiment with it, well, that's undefendable. That is undefendable. What's going on in Manchester, lads? Is there still fans on the pitch? Are they still protesting? John West says he heard it because I'm the Bionic Man, Steve Austin. Just being he hasn't got the players. God, you're dead right there. Sure, didn't we see that Wednesday? Goodness me, it was so bad. It was borderline embarrassing. You could just see that the players even the players didn't know what was going on. I don't think any player on Thursday night. I keep saying Wednesday. Sorry, I don't think any player on Thursday knew what his job was, and you could see it the way they were playing. It was awful. They're just leaving the ground. 4:30, I think it's been. The kickoff has been. It's just it's just coming over to Old Trafford now for me. Wow! Called in the armed police. So 4:30 kickoff. As a punishment, I think they should give all the points to Arsenal. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I agree. Absolutely. I don't think we ever use a false nine system, if I'm correct. So, yes, it would be an awful decision since it's backfired. If he has the minerals to do it, fans will go mental and protest. Exactly, Cole. I can't see how he plays that formation again. And like I said, if he does, if he does, my goodness me, it will be a sack of. I mean, imagine if he does it again and we lose. I couldn't even defend that. He'd have to go. Judgment day for Mikel Arteta is closely approaching. Although I don't think, personally, with my Mikel Arteta hat off, personally, I think Arteta will be here next season, whether he wins the Europa League or not. That's just my thoughts. I believe he'll be here. Just Being says that has raised the bar. Yeah, well, he's raised the bar for what Arsenal fans need to do next. Yeah. Well, perhaps not do it. Perhaps, wait till we're allowed back in the ground and do it properly while we're all in the ground. A united fan base inside the Emirates Stadium and do it while the game's going on. That's when you want to do it. When there's fans in the ground, the game's going on. It's being beamed worldwide. The Premier League is massive in America now. Lots of Americans will be watching it. Lots of American sports reporters will be watching it who perhaps follow a team that Stan Kroenke is the owner of. And that might, it might inspire them to do something. And then once everyone's protesting against Stan Kroenke, not just Arsenal fans, this is when you'll get a change. But any big fan protest, once the fans are back in the ground, it's really, really important that you use your voice in that ground as well as support the team. And then he has worked hard and been more positive with his forward passing today. Solid performance. Complex theory. Have to agree with you on that, mate. He's been good. The Egyptian Messi, shining. Daniel says the false nine will be the final nail. Absolutely. And it would for me. If he comes out and plays a false nine on Wednesday and we got beat, it would be mayhem. Absolute mayhem. Cole says, who is out there to replace Arteta at the moment? Realistically, his signings have been quite solid. I do think lack of funds doesn't help. Ever since Wenger left, we're struggling for identity. Yeah, true. Absolutely true. I don't think it's all on Mikel Arteta. I really don't. I think it comes from the top and it makes its way down. I know it's not all on the manager. The players have got to take some blame. Of course, Mikel Arteta's got to take some blame. The Kroenkes have got to take some blame for no investment. The coaches have got to take some blame because they're ultimately the ones that coach the players, and the assistant manager's got to take the blame. Some of the advice he's given to Mikel Arteta this year has been scandalous, or if he's not given advice, agreeing with him has been scandalous, especially Wednesday. Like, if you're the assistant manager, wouldn't you be taking him aside and going, Mikel, what are you doing? We've been playing, we haven't played this formation before. Why are you doing it now in a European semi-final? Surely someone would have got the balls to go over to him and say it. Or is it because he's a big, Sorry. So kickoff has been delayed at Old Trafford even further than 4:30, just coming through on Sky Sports there. I'm sure some of you have heard that before me. So it's been delayed even more, which is great because that now gives me time to enjoy my roast chicken dinner. So fair play to Man United fans. You've given me more time to enjoy my Sunday roast. Luke Williams says, agreed. We need to show the players it's the owners we want out and fully support the team. Absolutely correct, Luke. Absolutely correct. Kevin says, didn't Marseille fans invade their team training ground? Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Just Being says, the Man United players are still locked in their hotel rooms for their safety, apparently. Goodness me. Darren says the players are still at the hotel. Wolfgang, I'm tired of watching Ceballos in this team. Do you know what, Wolfgang? He's the most frustrating midfielder I think I've ever seen. In terms of 1 week he'll be brilliant and then the next week he's absolutely awful. It's so frustrating. I don't think he's been too bad today, I have to say. He hasn't been too bad. He was awful Wednesday night, but today he hasn't been too bad today. But I get what you're saying. Cole says, you'd think so, Craig. Even as a player, I think it would be baffled by the decision and question. Absolutely. The players have got social media, right? I'm sure, and you can be cocksure that Mikel Arteta has probably got an account that no one knows it's Mikel Arteta, and I truly believe that. So they can go on and actually see what we're saying and reply or talk to us. It's mad. I totally believe they have accounts, hidden accounts, or not hidden accounts, but they've got no identity on them, so we don't know who they are. Because we're speaking to anyone, do you know? But they would have seen the outrage of Wednesday night, and again, I agree with you, mate. I agree with you, Cole. The players surely would say, "No, not this again," and then would we see a down tools? I agree with you, Cole. Cole's a massively class player, but just so inconsistent. Wolfgang says, "What do you think of Holden and Chambers in midfield alongside Partey?" Good shout. It's a good shout, but do we? I think we've got to stop the sentiment now. I think we've got to stop being sentimental. Get these, get the players out that are just not good enough. These fringe players that keep getting their chances and playing them just for the sake of it. We've got to stop the sentiment, and we've got to try and raise some funds for some truly, round pegs for round holes, and get a bit of class back on the pitch for us. Don't get me wrong. We have got a class, but you know what I mean. We need more of it. Go on, Pepe. Go on, Pepe. Unlucky. Burner accounts. Burner accounts. Cool. We know all about them, don't we? Why bring on Partey and risk him ahead of Thursday? It's a good shout, mate. I have to agree. But hopefully, 5 minutes plus injury time, he'll be okay. Fingers crossed. We can't go through life thinking about what ifs, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, if he got injured, it would be another nail, wouldn't it? It would be something else to nail him on. But I have to agree. What is the point of bringing on Partey unless someone's injured? I mean, what is the tactical reasons of bringing on Thomas Partey in the 85th minute, 2-0 up away from home against Newcastle? I'd have to agree with what you're saying. So hopefully nothing happens to him. I think we've been good today. I think we've been really good. We've defended well. We've passed the ball well. We've gone forward well. Martinelli is certainly man of the match for me. Mohamed El-Neni has had a solid game. Willian's done, Willian hasn't done a lot, but when he's got on the ball, he's been okay. Lovely to see Aubameyang getting a goal. Again, a couple of weeks ago, month ago, he might wish, he might miss that one. Beautiful balling by Martinelli. Jacques has done well at left back again. I mean, look at that just there now. He's still running. He's still trying to block balls in the 86th minute, 87th minute. So I think they've done all right. I get that Newcastle are poor. Get that, but you can only play what's in front of you. It's been a much, much better team performance, and I'm putting that down to the formation. Matt Ryan's been great, very commanding. Done everything correct. Wolfgang says this is a snooze fest. Well, I don't know. I've quite enjoyed it. I have to say, I've quite enjoyed it. I think the boys have done well. You're talking about a Newcastle team that have, should have come away from Anfield with all 3 points, really. We've made them look quite normal. Like, I understand they're not, they're not, I understand they're not. Oh, again, Matt Ryan, that is a great catch. Really is. Really great goalkeeping. And we've got a few players here that have given Mikel Arteta a headache. Matt Ryan has thrown his hat in the ring here. to start on Thursday night. Martinelli certainly can't see how he doesn't start Thursday night after this game. El Nenny's put his hat into the ring to start alongside Partey. Do we keep Xhaka at left back? Do we risk Kieran Tierney? Great for Aubameyang to get a goal just before Thursday night, get his confidence going. So although people are finding this game a bit boring, I've listed off a couple of things there that will be of advantage. Sorry to see David Luiz go off injured. Hopefully it's only precaution. Hopefully it's not a bad tear, because I think we'll miss him massively on Thursday. Roy says it's a bit like a training game. Yeah, David West, they've always done all right when the pressure is off. Always the away form is better. That's true too. That's true. Daniel Shaw says the football has been in the background for me. Thanks for this stream. No problem, mate. No problem at all. Oh, that's an awful tackle. What's all that about? Red card, yeah, get off. Absolute shocking tackle. No need for it whatsoever in the 89th minute of a game. Shocking tackle. And on Martinelli as well. Oh, God. I mean, Willian is saying to this defender here, what is all that about? I mean, even the commentators are saying that's an awful tackle. In from behind, studs up. Is it a red card? Is it red? I'm not too sure. Is that a red card? What do you think? Take your Arsenal hat off there for a second. Is that a red card? Was he out of control? Don't know. Was he high? I'm not too sure. But look, it's happened now. He's off. He's up. He's standing up. Oh, I don't like the way he's walking on that. Is that his right ankle, is it, that he's kind of limping on? VAR have had a look and red card stands. So look. Oh, from that angle, from that back angle, that is a bad tackle. Right on the back. Yeah, I'll take that's a red card. I've just seen it for a different angle. Definitely a red card when you see it from that back angle. Stud straight into the back of the ankle. God, that's a sore one. Wolfgang says, straight red for me, never got the ball. Andreas, it's a stupid tackle, just being an ankle breaker. Red card for me. Red card, yeah, I think once I've seen it from that angle, that's a red card. Roy says, great stream, Craig. Thank you very much indeed. Andreas says, this has been a great watch along. Thank you very much, Andreas. I really appreciate it. I think it looks like he might be all right. It looks like he might be all right. Let's hope so anyway. We'll get a nice pack on that at full time. Looks like it went at the back of the heel, the Achilles. So a nice pack on that at full time. I'm sure he'll be okay. Harry said that's a prison sentence. David says, lunge from behind with the studs up is always risky in a straight red. Martinelli's a strong lad. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be okay. I'm sure he is going to be okay. Yeah, thanks to people who are saying it's been great. Yeah, it has been great. I love this. Watching football with you all, having a chat with you all. It's great. I'd only be sitting downstairs, in the lounge on my own if I wasn't doing this. So something I definitely want to do. I want to do more for next season, and obviously, if I can do it, I will do it. Like I said, I've got a couple of job interviews tomorrow. So, seeing on what happens there, if I get jobs, then obviously there's going to be rosters involved and working on Saturdays and Sundays and stuff. So I might not be able to do them all the time, but I certainly will do them when I can. Or just come on and chat. Do you know? I love chatting with you all. It's so good. It's so great. Nigel Plum says, this has been a great stream. I prefer this to the noisy lot on Arsenal. I prefer this to the noisy lot on AFTV. No disrespect to Lee Judges, because he is the only reason I watch it. Andy Love, great show, Craig. Just like being at the Emirates, having a chat with fellow fans during the game. Thank you, Andy. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Cole Hobbs says, enjoyed the stream, mate. We really was really good, and the whole community have been supportive. You really have. Thank you very much indeed. At least 4 donations coming in there. Thanks very much indeed. We're well on out. I'm well on my way to the new computer that I want. Thanks to you guys. Garner Gooner, thanks, Craig, for the watch along. Well, thank you for coming along. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you, Cole. Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much indeed. Just Being says, sorry, Craig, I have to insist we keep this to a small band here for the future. Nice group, isn't it? Absolutely. You're a community to be proud of. I don't think I've seen one swear word for 90 minutes. That just goes to show, how good you all are. I haven't seen anyone arguing. It's all respectful opinions. It's superb. Complex View says, great stream, Craig. Great conversation. Wasn't it just? Love it. John says, well done, Craig. Great stream. Enjoy your roast. I will. I can smell it. I can smell it. Daniel Shaw says, it's been a pleasure. All mine, Daniel. All mine. Thanks very much indeed, mate. Roy, thank you, Craig. You made this an enjoyable watch. Will you do it for Thursday? Absolutely. I'm back for Thursday. We'll do a watch along again for Thursday. That's going to be more nerve-wracking than ever. Not too sure will it be as relaxed as this one. But yeah, I'll be back Thursday doing a watch along for that game for sure. There it is, full-time whistle. Arsenal have won 2-0 away at Newcastle. A good result. A good result. Again, I thought that was a good team performance. I have to say, I think a lot of them done well, and a lot of them. There's a few of them that have given the manager a headache. Going that Martinelli stays fit. He's the hat in the ring there to start. Matt Ryan as well. I have to say, lads, I am really, really impressed with Matt Ryan today. Hasn't had a lot to do, but as a goalkeeper. I was a goalkeeper as well. You've got to keep yourself sharp for when you are called into action. And every time he was called into action today, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Go away and enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Enjoy your bank holiday weekend. Arsenal have won 3 points at the weekend. Goodness me, I might even go and buy myself a couple of beers. Enjoy the game if you're going to watch Liverpool and Manchester United. If it goes ahead, it's still been delayed. Kickoff's still delayed, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll go ahead. Daniel says no pod tomorrow. Oh yeah, there'll be a pod tomorrow. Absolutely. There'll be a podcast tomorrow. Me, Dan, Lee, and Graham, I believe, will be podding tomorrow. If it changes, what I'll do is I'll let you know on YouTube, because I can post. I can post on YouTube, and I'll let you know. Just keep your eye on the social posts on YouTube. We'll let you know what's going on. But yeah, podcast back tomorrow, and then of course we've got Same Old Screamers podcast, which I'm really enjoying doing with the lads, talking about not just Arsenal, the Premier League. Thursday we'll have 4 men and a mic. before the live watch along. So that's twice. We'll be streaming twice on Thursday, and then of course Friday Dan does his team talk show. Both the team talk is available to watch now on YouTube. An absolute brilliant show Dan done last night, joined with judges Warren Barton and Kevin Campbell. Go on YouTube now and watch it. Absolutely brilliant. Will there be a 4-man in the mic this week? Yes, there will. Before the game, mate, 6 o'clock, we'll be doing a 4-man in the mic. So, yeah, lads, I'm going to go because the wife is... I can hear her calling me. Well, I can hear her calling the kids, so that means dinner's nearly ready. It's been an absolute pleasure to sit here and watch this game with you all. Thank you for coming along. Thank you to everyone that has donated this afternoon. If you're watching this back on replay for any reason, I'm not too sure why you'd want to watch this back on replay anyway. But mind you saying that, it sounds like I've done a podcast all on my own. It's been a bit weird. But I've really, really enjoyed it. So thank you very much to everyone that's come along. Thank you very much for all the support. I really, really appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, live on YouTube for the Same Old Arsenal podcast, where we'll be talking about last Thursday. And, of course, we'll be talking about the game we've just watched together. See you all tomorrow, 8 o'clock. All the best. Until we see you, take care of yourselves and each other. Up the Arsenal.